You're listening to Cosplay Bites, the podcast that takes a closer look at the world of cosplay, conventions, and all the nerdy bits and bytes. Brought to you by the Lightning Palace and proudly sponsored by Anchor. Join me as I discuss a variety of topics and conventions alongside the joy of bringing your favorite characters to life. Okay, so I've got another episode of Cosplay Bites coming out for you guys, continuing my PAX East coverage from this last weekend. And this time I have with me my wonderful friend that I got to hang out with a lot during the con, Dillon, who also goes by her handles Bunwitchy and Princess Gigglesnort. Hi.
Hello.
How you feeling?
Pretty good. I finally feel rested after PAX. It took a week, but I'm feeling better now.
Yeah, you're over your sickness that you had?
Mostly, yeah. I'm still kind of like sniffly, but other than that, I have my voice back, which is a big thing. So
yeah, that's important for this.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, we'll just get right into it. I guess by the time this comes out, there will be some probably cosplay posts that'll have gone up. I don't know which ones that'll be, so just stay tuned for incoming regular posting from my blog, Lightning Palace. But like all my PAX East posts should be up by the time this is like publicly shared and whatnot. And then I'm just looking at my little notepad here of like my format, and I apologize because the last two episodes I totally forgot to do my patron shout outs over on my free Patreon. So I have Coralia Jade, Cat Yuska Moonfox, Kendall, Mink the Satyr, Nicole Marie Jean, Noah, Oh My Sophie, and Shaylin. So thank you guys for continuing to support me on Patreon. And some backstory on me and Dillon. We first met at Katsucon, I want to say 2017, 2016. It was one of those two.
Yep.
We were roommates with her boyfriend, and a whole bunch of other friends of ours that I got to meet for the first time. So, yeah, and then we just pretty much stayed in touch ever since. And then I'd see her from time to time at certain cons like New York and PAX East, where she'd be either working for some booths, like for example, she worked for Square Enix a couple of times for some of the outfits that she wore. I know she helped promote. I want to say it was Lost Spear.
Yep, Lost Spear. Yeah, we did promotion for that at New York Comic Con and at PAX West.
Yep, and yeah, she's a cosplayer. She's an artist of sorts. She makes a lot of charms, pins. Big into Kingdom Hearts, so we got that.
Yep.
We got that in common. Yeah, a little bit too big into Kingdom Hearts. I don't know. Certain.
Don't out me like this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. If you get to know her more, you'll find out. So I won't out you too much. Yeah. So I don't know when you got to the con, because I know I got there on Thursday.
So I got to PAX East on Friday because I was working for Atomic Hype, which is a company owned by Martin Wong. He was helping out the afterparty, the Acer afterparty hosted by Predator. So I was helping out on Friday during the day, and I was just handing out like promo materials and hats, and we did some giveaways for some VIP passes to the event.
With Danielle, yeah.
Yep, yeah, with Danielle De Nicola. She was cosplaying. She does every year. She cosplays like a humanoid armor version of one of the Predator computers, which is pretty cool.
Oh, so that's it. It's basically a computer. I thought it was I knew it was like some hardware, but no, it's a specific. Okay.
Yeah. I think she does a design based on a different model of a Predator computer every year, but I don't know which one.
Right. Yeah, I'm not that big into that kind of stuff. I'm not a PC gamer. I'm a console pleb. But yeah, I ran into her on Friday. She hooked me up with some sweet Predator loot. Like, I have a giant mouse pad of sorts that's now covering my dresser away from the dust. So everything's on top of that now, which is cool.
Mhm.
And I mean, I got a new bag to carry around with me. So that was nice. And a little hat that I still haven't worn too much yet. I've been wearing one of the other hats that I got. And then I actually decided to, she was very nice to give me one of her pins that she made. It's Kingdom Hearts related, but it's basically it's a sea salt ice cream pin with the words salty bitch on them, and that's very I'm seriously, I love it immensely, and like, it's now on my hat, so I get to wear it every day when I go to work and I'm outside. So yeah, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So I'm going to assume, because I didn't see you at the after party, but you went there, correct?
I was commuting from home every day, and my bunny is actually sick right now. She has the bunny flu. And so I had to give her medicine every morning before I left and every night. So I had to be home for that. And also, I was sick. So I was just like,
oh, sure.
I'm going to sleep.
I'm going to. You
Yeah,
made the right call.
Well, I think I went to the Bethesda after hours event sort of thing. I mean, it wasn't really after hours, but Bethesda does this game days thing. And so I went to that on Friday with some friends and just like sat and talked and hung out because they give out free food and free drinks and stuff. So it's a lot more like low key than the Acer after party.
Yeah, definitely. I can imagine. I didn't go to that one because I figured one after party was enough for me for a con. So yeah, we briefly saw each other on Friday, and then we got to hang out a lot on Saturday and Sunday, which was really nice.
Yeah.
You cheered me up when I was dealing with imposter syndrome of sorts during the con, so that meant a lot. And yeah, we just walked around. We tried some games. I know I touched on this in the last episode, but one thing we both did on that Sunday was we visited this EQ Studios, where they were I guess showing off their game called Scene Investigators, and it was you, me, a friend of yours, or a couple of friends of yours that I met for the first time, and
Elena and Kay.
Yep, Elena and Kay, and they basically, it was interesting because they had a live demo of sorts where they basically recreated a crime scene and someone was murdered, and they gave us a little sheet, and we teamed up, like our group of 4 people teamed up with 2 others, and we basically were tasked to answer a bunch of cards or answer a couple of questions of like who sat in what chair, and they were like it was all official. Like, they gave us notepads and like latex rubber gloves so we wouldn't like contaminate the scene. It was interesting.
It was a lot of fun though. That was probably like one of the most fun memories I have of this PAX was being able to do that, because it was basically like an escape room, but like for a video game, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I was interested in playing the game itself anyways, and I'll probably get it when it comes out, but like being able to do a live demo, like a IRL demo of the game, was super fun.
Yeah, that is definitely a highlight for me as well.
And we got all the answers right, so that was a big plus.
We did. We got bonus treats.
Yes.
I still haven't. Did you get an email from them yet? Because I know they took down our emails because they said, "Oh, we'll email you like the full story, like so you know."
Of like the murder. Yeah. I don't think I have yet, but usually it takes a little bit for companies to like settle down, I guess, after PAX, you know. So.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So we'll probably get it soon.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it definitely had me curious after playing through it. And then another thing that I didn't mention in the last coverage episode was we got to hang out with our friend Ali, who was working for a company called Annapurna Interactive, and he actually hooked me up with doing a small, quick chat interview with one of the developers, or like one of the head developers for this game called Maquette. And I didn't get to play it, but he was just talking to me about it, and I was watching like some person like playing through the demo. So, looking at my notes here from what I gathered from when I was talking with them. But it's like a first-person game, where it's a world within a world. So like, and I guess you can like quickly go to like, there's like a larger version of the world and then like a miniaturized version of like the one you're in, and there's a distinct relationship between them where basically affecting one affects the other. So like, I think he was mentioning something along the lines of like, in the smaller version of the world, you like unlocking a key or something about a bridge like being formed, and then when you were doing all that in the smaller version of the world, it was then replicated in the big world so that you could get through like certain obstacles. And so it seems to be more like a puzzle game, and there are lots of story elements in intertwined, as the developer was saying and explaining it to me. And I was also just like captivated by like the gorgeous visuals. So like, visuals and like story elements, they're big, important pieces to me when it comes to a game. That's why I fell so in love with Coffee Talk when I played that on, I want to say, Friday. I'm still playing through it. Like, I bought it like when I got into the hotel room because I learned that it was on the Switch, and I was like, oh boy, just what I need.
Mm.
And yeah, the developers there were really nice, and they gave me coffee, like legit ground coffee that I then made earlier this week at home. They're actually really good.
Awesome.
And we got to play I got a second go round of the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo because we both got to play it after running into the community manager, and then he just whipped out a couple of tickets like, here, go have fun. I was like, oh, cool. So what did you think of the demo?
So my initial thoughts, I was like, oh, this is fun. Like, I kept smashing X because I'm so used to playing Kingdom Hearts, that like I kept smashing X as attack instead of square.
Right.
So like, the demo wasn't bad. Like, I felt super OP. But my afterthoughts of it were like not as stellar, because like, I remembered that Square said that they were going to put in turn-based combat into Final Fantasy VII, and they definitely did not do that. So the Final Fantasy VII demo was released like for PS4 right after PAX, which I also played.
Yeah, the longer demo.
Yeah, and so that one, like, I felt so much more anxious because like it's harder because you're not as OP as in the demo at PAX, because like it's meant to feel good, So fighting the scorpion.
Uh-oh, did I lose you? Hang on a sec. Oh, this is at least I know what to edit out. Oh, what happened?
I could still hear you.
I couldn't hear you. You cut out.
Oh, okay.
That's okay.
Anyways. So
scorpion. I can edit this out. That's fine. That's good.
Okay. So the giant scorpion, like the first boss battle basically of the game. Like, when I went in, when you're playing the demo on the PS4, like, it's so amazing going in and being like, oh my god, it's exactly the same as like the original with the train and like avalanche and everything, and the music is amazing. But when I started like going through the options and settings of the game, I was like, okay, I don't like that I'm so close to the character. I haven't played 15, so I don't know if it's the same amount of distance, but like when you play 7 the original, like you have more of like an up-down view of the entire map, so you can see what's going on. Yeah. But you're very close to Cloud when you're playing in the demo. And then I was fiddling around with the turn-based options, and it's not really turn-based like at all. What happens essentially is like instead of one character having AI while you control another character, both characters are given the AI, and then you basically only control items and spells. Which
Right, when your ATB gauge fills up, because everyone else is like attacking and I guess evading on automatic.
Yeah,
I didn't try that, but I'm curious.
yeah, it just like it doesn't feel very good because it's like, oh, but like I want to be able to do all of the attacks. Like it feels like they took part of the control, but they only took like the fun part away, which is
Oh
like the
no.
hacking and slashing. So it's like if you're gonna do hack and slash, give you like do full control of hack and slash, but I only want to control one character at a time. Like having to control, it's going to be chaotic when you have to control 3 characters because it's like, okay, this character's dying, but like you don't have giving potions or healing or using like Curaga or whatever on automatic. So like you have to make sure that they're all okay, but everything is happening in real time. So like it's just chaos. Oh my gosh. So like now I know why the demo like literally gives you like 30 potions. And I was like, okay, now I see why. Because I had to give Cloud and Barrett a million potions while I'm trying to control both of them at the same time.
Yeah, so
Which was annoying.
So it didn't seem like they were like administering potions on their own.
No, they don't. They don't do potions on their own at all. That might have been in the settings that I missed, but like
I didn't see because I think 15 did that where they would heal you automatically if you were getting low.
well, right, but the first playthrough of 15, you only control Noctis, right? Like it only came
True.
in a later update that you got to do Prompto and Gladio and Ignis and everybody. So like another Kingdom Hearts example, like you can change the settings for Goofy and Donald to heal you automatically, and like you can change the frequency. I did not see a setting like that in the demo. I only played through it once, so I'd have to go back and look. But like the fact that that's not just like a base like a baseline is really frustrating because it's like if I want to play hack and slash, like I don't want to have to deal with controlling another character. Like maybe for specific spells or something, or like specific instances, like okay, there's an enemy that's far away and Cloud can't reach it. Like I have to use Barrett for that. Fine, but like the whole trying to make it turn based, but like not really turn based with hack and slash just does not work at all. Like one or the other, guys.
Mm, yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Both the short demo and then the longer version.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was still fun, and like I enjoy playing hack and slash, and I'll definitely probably play it when it comes out because, like, obviously I enjoyed the original, but um, I just wish it weren't so chaotic, I guess.
Yeah. How the battles play out when Tifa and Eric join the party.
Yeah.
3 people in
Yep.
the game. Oh boy. And then we both didn't get to try the Animal Crossing demo because good God, it was always a line.
Yeah, that line was insane.
And same with like the store, like getting into it. Like I couldn't get stuff for my friends because like I came in like Sunday at my last shot and got there for like 8. The queue line opened up at 10 a.m. and I was speed walking down. I had to go to the other side of the convention, and within 4 minutes, the line was capped. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I eventually did get into the line, but I mean, all the stuff was sold out, and I don't know if it was from sold out from yesterday or they just that quickly sold out during the day, which is possible for the latter option.
Yeah.
But I did get an Isabel pen, so
There you go.
yeah, I get to give that to my younger brother
Nice.
because he loves Animal Crossing and is also a horrifying Isabel main in Smash. I have nightmares. But we did, I guess, from your connection, we got to like kind of cheesily cut the line and get a picture with Tom Nook, I believe. We had a or something. Oh no, did I lose you again? No, why does this keep happening?
I'm still here.
Yeah. Like, did you talk just now?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I said Tom Nook and then.
Yes. Yeah. And I said yes. I was still talking.
Oh, yeah. That's so weird. Anyway, yeah, we did that. We hung out with some of your other former coworkers, which was great. Lovely people. Yeah, and then I tried out a rhythm game,
Mhm.
which was somewhat interesting. It utilized like a DJ turntable. Like I don't know. I assume maybe that's like an option for a controller you can buy at a later date. So I was curious as to how that'll be like implemented into the
Mhm.
if people want to try it out. Were there any games aside from the ones that we checked out? Any games that you were able to play when you weren't like quote unquote working that really caught your eye?
Yeah, there are a couple at the there was one that I didn't get to play. But it was at the Indie Mega booth, like at the mini booth. And I have the card for it and I don't remember the name of the game, but it's like it was basically like magical girls riding cats is the entire game. But you can like also ride rabbits and there are just like really fat cats and it looked amazing and wonderful.
Oh, oh boy.
Yeah. So I was very intrigued. There was someone else playing and it was like the last like 30 minutes or something on Sunday. So everybody was winding down and people were getting like their last play-ins. So I got to play a couple of games over there before the hall closed, but that one like I was just like, this is an amazing concept. I love everything about this.
Yeah. Yeah. Riding bunnies. Oh, that's right up your alley.
Exactly. Magical girl riding a rabbit. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Then you helped me out a little bit with the cosplay photography that I was taking pictures of on Saturday, and hopefully that satisfied people that were able to read it on my blog. Like, hope it was good enough. Because I was still a little bit shy, but then like I didn't want to. I took a lot of photos. I felt for my first time going as media, like I didn't want to like overwhelm myself with a lot of work, so to speak.
Right.
What else? I did some shopping. Did you do any shopping?
I did not. I did not buy anything at PAX aside from food.
Aside from food.
Yeah. Nope, I didn't buy anything. I won a thing at one of the Bethesda Game Days events. I won a Doom Guy figure and a signed Doom poster. I don't know who it's signed by, but it's signed by two people. So that's pretty cool. I was very disappointed though when they gave it to me. I was like, "Oh, does it have Daisy in it?" Except they didn't respond to me, so I was like, "Well, I'll just have to draw Daisy in myself." Daisy is Doom Guy's pet rabbit.
Oh,
So,
that's canon. Okay.
yeah, she's an Easter egg in a couple of games. And the official Doom Eternal poster has like you can see Daisy in the background. And I also won a Vault Boy bobblehead.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so he's the charisma one. So he's on my desk right now, giving me a thumbs up and a big smile.
Yeah, I have my media pass hanging from my little locker cabinet. I have our selfie in a frame, so I get to look at it every single day.
Oh.
It make me happy. And then I have both of the FF7 remake demo tickets taped to the picture frame, along with the demo pass I got for KH3 the year before it came out in New York. Yeah, it was good. I get to pose. We both got to pose on the Harley Davidson motorcycle over at Square's booth. That was interesting.
Yeah, Cloud's motorcycle. I don't remember the actual name of the motorcycle. Because it has a name.
Yeah, I want to. I don't know if it had a name in the original because I think it was Fenrir, or is that the name of his sword?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah. Let's see. What else about
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it is. I just looked it up. It is called Fenrir.
the motorcycle?
Yeah, in Advent Children anyway.
Advent Children.
His motorcycle's name is Fenrir. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yay. Were there any standout cosplays that you saw while you were like traversing the convention?
Oh, there was a Fiddlesticks on that I saw on Friday, who's really amazing. It was just like the plain skin of Fiddlesticks.
From League of Legends? Right.
Other than that, I didn't see a whole lot of cosplay, honestly. Like there was some, but
Yeah. Huh.
yeah, PAX isn't like good cosplay. It never has been, and every year, when Riot is not there, it always is like less cosplay because Riot always had the like the cosplay repair station and stuff.
All right. And then
Yeah.
they usually in general just have a giant booth presence.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
remember years past.
But they haven't been around the past couple of years.
No, they haven't. I got to chat with a headphone company on Sunday that I mentioned in the last episode, and I'm kind of debating about maybe getting a pair of their headphones sometime in the summer, just because I've been told by the guy I was talking with, like, even though a lot of the terminology was going over my head, he said that, like, these are the headphones we're demoing primarily for gaming, because, I mean, they have, like, a lot of experience in the audio industry, and they were venturing into the gaming world. And, like, since I started doing all this podcasting stuff, I kind of have taken more of an appreciation for, like, the mics and the headphones and whatnot, but these had really good sound quality. Like, I got to play a couple rounds of easy peasy CSGO with the headphones on. Yeah. Yeah, there was, like, no one. I think it was all computer controlled AI, and like the opponents were like set to stupid or something. I guess it was just more so to showcase the sound, and holy smokes, it was impressive. And he was kind of like trying to justify, and I guess it makes sense, because you have all these like people wondering, like, why the hell would I pay like $250 plus for a pair of headphones? Because you got all these companies like Logitech and Razer, like with their headphones, mainly almost kind of focusing on like the colors, and you got the ones with the cat ears and the ones with the cat ears that light up LEDs, and but it's like no audio, like the sound quality is just as important. And he was telling me like, that's kind of why we have these set prices. So definitely something I'd want to look into for the near future. What else about PAX East do you want to talk about?
What else of PAX East do I remember is a better question. I don't know. It was a good, just like chill weekend. A lot of my PAX Easts have always been pretty hectic.
Yeah, because of work.
Yeah. So this year I just wanted to take it easy, and it was nice. It was nice to just like relax and hang out with friends and just chill for once.
Yeah, I was able to do some of that when I wasn't working and gaining and gathering like content to make. But it was a lot of fun, and it definitely a con I'd want to return to should the similar circumstances line up again, because it was great, and everyone gave me a lot of congratulatory remarks on like making it to this point, so it meant a lot. And yeah, hanging out with you for the Saturday and Sunday was a lot of fun.
I had a lot of fun as well, so I'm glad.
Yeah. Thank you for letting me hang out with you, and I mean, you're super sweet and nice and all hell with your cosplays and your cosplaying the many upon many of like ships of characters. Like I know just browsing through your cosplay portfolio, like you recently did like a Deku and Bakugo duo shoot with a friend of yours. So that was hilarious.
Yep.
And then just like other funny pictures I remember from KatsuCon, and I think you did do Shion at one point.
Okay, right. Yeah, for I think it was 2017. We were at Hallmat. We did a huge Kingdom Hearts group, and I'm still amazed that we managed to pull it off and get everyone together because like it was so much fun.
Yeah, I think you had a Sora and a Riku also.
So the Sora is Nippa Dubs.
Oh yeah.
He just like knew that we were doing the group and then wanted to come take pictures with us. So just like cool. So the original group of us was the Organization 13 plus Shion, King Mickey, and Riku, all in the black coat. And then Nippa came and hung out with us in his Sora. So there were 17 in total, but
Holy smoke.
was just 16 people. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Danielle Baloo orchestrated all of that.
Yeah, she started the group, and then I was able to find a coat that we could all that like wasn't super expensive that we could all just buy, so we all had the same one. But a couple people, I think Danielle and one other person had difficulty getting their coats, but everyone else had the same ones.
Right. Yeah, that group was awesome. Because I think one of the times I've ordered like prints from Danielle, sometimes she'll like give me a shit ton of prints and spoil me. But one of the prints I do remember having is of her, you, and Moderately Okay cosplay as the Twilight trio.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that picture. And Julia, the end of Something Beautiful, the photographer, she photoshopped ice cream into our hands. So when we're taking the picture, we just like have our hands out, like pretending to hold ice cream. But then she edited it, and yeah, that's like that picture, and then the picture of the end of like Days, the one of me and Danielle as Roxas, when Shiana's fading away. Those are like my two favorite photos that we took.
All the feels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so have you ever, I mean, I haven't, but have you ever tried sea salt ice cream?
I have.
Is it good?
It's to be determined, because last time I made it, I was like 13, because I was that age when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. And so I found a recipe online and I tried making it in our like busted ice cream maker that didn't work. And so it just was like really salty and like goopy and icy. Like it was all crystallized ice. It was not ice cream texture at all. And it did not work. But I am going to try again. I'm going to hang out with my friends Elena and Kay and another friend Mandy. And we all cosplay the sea salt family, so we're gonna try making the ice cream again and see how that turns out. Hopefully better than last
time. Yeah, that's great. And I know you have some thoughts on KH3 as a whole.
I do. I have many thoughts. I have many thoughts about Kingdom Hearts.
Many thoughts. Too many thoughts.
Too many thoughts about Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. How much you want to get into it?
No, I don't.
Well, I mean, we could do this like brief. Like overall, was Kingdom Hearts 3 worth the excruciating like 10-year wait?
In short, no, it was not.
Oh boy.
I loved it anyways, but it was not worth the excruciating wait.
Right. Did the DLC make up for that?
No. The DLC was a lot of fun. I sort of categorize it into 3 parts, and so 2 out of the 3 parts, I was like, hands down, I would just buy it for those 2 things. And the other third was okay. It wasn't awful. There were some parts where I was like, yeah, but like I beat it in 3-4 hours or something once it was released. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I still haven't beaten the secret boss. I don't know if I will.
Yeah, they were really hard, but they were a lot of fun. They were definitely a lot of fun. I had fun with those.
Oh yeah, the data battles were a lot of fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just powering through it.
Yeah.
And yeah. Yeah.
I made the mistake of starting with Vanitas, who is apparently one of the harder ones, but like that made everything else easier because I was like, oh, this is a breeze. I don't understand why everyone's having such a hard time with this character. Oh, that's because I started with the hardest one.
Right.
Because I did in order, like instead of going from left to right, I went right to left. So I started with Vanitas and then did Terra Xehanort.
Right.
And then moved on from then. So by the time I got to like Young Master Xehanort and Zigbar and stuff, I was like, man, this is brilliant.
I think that's the direction I started in. Cause it was great. I loved I think Marluxia's fight was one of my favorites just because of the callback from the data fight in 2 Final Mix.
Yeah.
With the Doom counter.
Yep.
And how they improvised that. And then Xion had arguably the best battle music ever.
Honestly, Syx's battle music though slapped. It was so good. I can't wait till the soundtrack basically for that comes out because like they were so good.
All the were great, yeah.
But
Xion was the hardest, I think, for me.
Yeah, her fight was difficult. Like once you learn the pattern, it isn't as difficult. But like when I first went in, I was just like, "What is happening?
Why is my health being diminished?"
Right?
Yeah, and then the part in the Remind scenario where you were basically playing as all the Guardians against the spoilers. Oops, sorry, don't care. It's out. You probably YouTubed it. Okay. But yeah, the part where you're the Guardians facing up against the 13 Darkness, that is, I think, it is my all-time favorite, like Kingdom Hearts just fangirl moment because that to me topped the Final Fantasy team up that you had in 2 when you were going down the path toward, I think, the 1000 Heartless battle when you went back to Hollow Bastion.
I really love the banter. Like listening to Jesse McCartney talk to himself is just like top-notch comedy, and in any situation. Oh, so good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And oh yeah, and that whole reunion sequence, like the added extra stuff in the Remind scenario with the Seesaw trio, made me cry.
I know, my heart. I can't.
And their reaction, like combo team move, was just awesome.
I know, right? And I love that they like wrote in, like they didn't just leave the of Lisa being like all of the stuff resolved that, which was very nice. So any extra scenes we get of them, I'm just like, yes.
Yeah. They definitely, I feel like I love them more because I barely remember playing through 358 Days Over 2 on the DS, and then like I watched all the cutscenes when the HD collection came out, and I got it for the PS4. But like, part of me feels like I enjoy them as much as I do like the original trio. Like, I'm not that huge of a fan of the BBS trio because I don't know. Terra's just so bland. Aqua is just Aqua, and then Ventus is just Roxas.
Well,
It's somewhat babyish, maybe. I don't know if that's a mean thing to say, but I mean,
I guess. I mean, they all went through some really difficult and tough things.
for sure. Yeah.
Arguably, probably the most difficult things of any of the trios. Just because, like, I mean, being trapped in darkness for 10 years. Oof.
Oh yeah. No, they definitely went through the most bullshit, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other so like aside from I guess whatever the hell Kingdom Hearts 4 or whatever's next, because Nomura can't let Versus 13 go.
Nope.
Apparently not. I mean I didn't realize he was that salty over it, or somewhat.
Of course he is. I am not surprised at all that he was that salty over it, because, like, man, he just wants to do what he wants to do.
Yeah, and if this is how he's gonna do it, then that's how he's gonna do it. So, aside from that, and Final Fantasy VII's remake, which comes out, look at the date, a month from 2 days from now. Are there any other games that you're looking forward to that probably were shown at PAX or like weren't?
No. I don't honestly have very many new games on my radar. I'm just trying to get through some of my older games. Which I'm like kicking myself for, because I finally sat down and like got through The Witcher, because I have the first one, and I was like, I'm gonna play it, and then I got stuck on this stupid beast in chapter 1, and I put it down for like years, and then finally got past it, and I'm thoroughly enjoying the story so much that I am like, I just got all of the audiobooks from The Witcher as well, and I've been listening to that while I work on stuff. And they had a booth for The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt, at PAX a couple years ago, and now I'm like, man, I should have paid more attention to that, because this is a great game. But yeah, so unless there's a new Witcher game coming out at some point in the future, I don't really have anything on my radar.
Right. Yeah, a friend of mine lent me his copy of The Witcher 3, and I tried it.
Mm-hmm.
I can respect what it did and like how acclaimed it is, but like it gave me so much like World of Warcraft vibes with like, the questing system, I think, and like just how vast the world is. And I'm just sitting there like, I don't have the time to invest in this. I just
Yeah. I mean, that's sort of why I'm enjoying it though, because I wanted a new game to invest all my time in. Because like I've played 3 out of 5 of the Elder Scrolls games, Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim, and then I play Elder Scrolls Online, and I like having lots of freedom, and just like, because I'll be doing a bunch of quests and then I'll just bugger off and go collect herbs for 2 hours, which I am totally content to do.
No, I did that a lot in World of Warcraft back when I still played it. Like there were just some sessions where like, okay, I want to up my herbalism, I want to up my mining, I want to up my jewel crafting. Like I'll give me an hour and I'll just go run around doing that and collecting gold. But it's like, and like I want to try Cyberpunk. Like, thank God it got delayed so that I can give Final Fantasy VII my undivided attention when it comes out next month. But and I was told that like Cyberpunk's world is a lot smaller, but there's still going to be like a crap ton of stuff to do. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much out of games to play at the. Well, I'm playing through Coffee Talk, and that's very wholesome and relaxing. And then Persona 5 The Royal comes out at the end of March. I got that pre-ordered and set. I'm gonna play that for 10 days, and then my life is over because I can't. I think I talked to a friend about it. Like, you can't beat Persona 5 in 10 days. Like, no, I don't want to beat it in 10 days. That'd be crazy.
I mean, just make sure to take lots of breaks and put the game down.
Oh yeah. Especially with all work and my internship going on.
Yeah.
I don't think I will have too much time. I mean, I'll have 2 giant RPGs to play through, so
That is true.
I'm pretty much set through till hopefully the fall, unless I don't get too crazy. Because then, like, Pokemon's got its DLC coming out starting in the summer, and
I think if the remake is like if Final Fantasy VII Remake is anything like the original, I think you will be set.
oh, absolutely. I mean, they turned the first disc into a full RPG 30-hour game. I've watched some streamers and some YouTube videos about some of the stuff they've played, because they said so. Apparently, we played the demo at PAX East. That, I believe, was the E3 demo.
Yeah.
And then the one that got released the next day, that was a demo from November.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Because I'm watching, one of the YouTubers I watch is Maximilian. Dude, he's a big fighting game streamer, and like they're enjoyable, but like I love his Final Fantasy stuff because he's huge into like Final Fantasy, and 7's his favorite game of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And he got invited to Square to try out the game like as its like close final build like 3 weeks ago. And I think it's okay to talk about because he talked about it in his video, but like the part where Jesse asked Cloud, like, you and Tifa, you're pretty close, right? Like, you remember that part?
Yeah. Demo, yep.
And then like he had like a headache and the screen flashes like green, and then that was it, and then he talks. Apparently they added in a flashback sequence where you're in Nibelheim as in first person view of young Cloud, and then you just see Tifa as a little girl. And it's just like all the stuff he was saying, like all the references to Crisis Core that were like sprinkled in this demo that was released, and then like all the like apparent music callbacks to Advent Children. It was just like blowing my mind. I was like, oh my god. Yeah. Well, if there's anything else last minute we want to mention, or we could end it here. Bought a lot of stuff, had a lot of fun. Thank you so much to PAX for allowing me to go as a media personnel for my own content, and I hope that when you guys listen to these episodes, that they were enjoyable and that I did you proud. So yeah, thank you to everyone and Dillon and just everyone, all the guests that I've had, for your continued love and support. Dillon sells a lot of charms, a lot of like Kingdom Hearts based charms. So if they want to find and follow your work, where do they go?
So you can find me on Instagram at Bunwitchy. That's my art Instagram. My cosplay Instagram is Princess Gigglesnort. I'm on Twitter at Bunwitch. And then my Etsy store that I run with my friend is Anarchy Angels, which is a definite, absolutely, it is a quote from Panty and Stocking.
Okay. And yeah. So I got one more episode of PAX East. Hopefully that I'll be recording soon. And then I'll be back to scheduling and coming up with more content and episode ideas for you guys. So thanks for listening. And thank you for listening to today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to leave a review and feedback. You can also support the show through Anchor's listener support or on my Patreon, patreon.com/lightningpalace. For more cosplay news and coverage, visit the Lightning Palace on Blogspot and follow Lightning Palace on Twitter and Instagram. See you all next time.